Mandalakam Niryatayami
Sangye
Chudam Sogi Chonam La Janchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sunam Ki Chola Benchir Sangye Drupar Sho
Sangye
Chudam Sogi Chonam La Janchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sunam Ki Chola Benchir Sangye Drupar Sho
Sangye
Chudam Sogi Chonam La Janchu Bardu Dagni Gyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sunam Ki Chola Benchir Sangye Drupar Sho
Shmogi doki.
Straight to Tibetan words.
Sear.
Sear.
Squeeze.
That's how I get it. This is the black thing.
Squeeze, nice.
Cool.
Squeeze the
Nice.
It's really good.
In the monastery, they have a lot of poop jokes because they can't have sex jokes.
Yeah.
So, Sears often comes up in jokes.
Oh,
Enough said.
good to know.
Chak chipala, karake,
Oh, bring
jakpa chipala, kupke.
the chorus out.
If you want to cut iron, call a blacksmith. If you want to cut poop, ask Uranus.
Really?
Thanks.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
I'm just saying.
You just are. We have the official transmission now. Go boom.
Do they see that when somebody's like talking BS or something?
I don't know what's the. Where do you think of it?
What's the line sheet?
What do you think about it? Okay, next.
Leprosy.
Zay.
Beautiful.
Leprosy. Easily mistaken for
Beauty.
Zay. Which is beautiful. This one means leprosy. But with an S, it means beautiful.
In the Chinese, they do.
Oh, big mistake.
Probably should correct it.
Fix that.
Yeah, here it's that's bad disease where your fingers fall off. Timu? Dark ignorance, good.
Darkness.
Who said that? Ina. Yay. Oh, no. Oh, Inatim. Timina. Timina.
Tamina.
Which means Chomni, which means dark ignorance. Never mind.
Isn't it also the first link in real life too?
No, kind of.
Say again?
Isn't it also synonym for the first link in real life?
No, for the pig.
Yeah.
Mostly for the pig.
Just for the
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom Tom.
Oh, what's the karma that you need to have to be born in one of the lower realms that is, beautiful
And
in
the-
appearance,
yeah.
like peacocks?
Which karma does that have that's because of desire?
Yeah.
Okay. What was
she
it?
said.
What was it?
Having a bad habits out of desire.
Okay.
I think that's
Oh,
it.
but you kind of take your friends out for drinks.
Having bad habits out of desire.
Yeah.
But
So-
what's in?
What's in that habits out of desire that makes it being beautiful?
Drinking more.
Oh,
Buy it for your friend.
the wish to be happy?
No.
Wish to please others.
Yeah, they wish to make others happy. Yes.
Krishna mentioned that people who have a lot of desires tend to please others to get what they want. So in one way, they're pleasant presents to some others.
Oh, cool.
That's wonderful.
Nice.
And then the question would be, what's the karma that you need to be born into the one of the lower realms with ugly appearance and with bad breath and bad back.
And the first one's out of anger, yeah.
Yeah.
And Timok.
Bad habits out of anger.
And Timok is the
Bad breath.
听到了。
I think they were
这是我
both
们
bad,
在
bro.
在国家地图也是上一次课
You got bad back for
回
both.
顾，
Anybody?
就是because of ignorance 投身于
Yeah, that
过
sounds
去
good.，
并且就是相貌丑陋的，
Okay,
是
that's
因为
it.
在过去是有些习惯
You take the plane, sir.
That was a nice homework.
愤怒，谢谢，Thank you，
Would you like some muffin?
就是
I already
出于
sold
愤怒的这种坏习惯使得众生投身于恶趣，并且相貌丑陋，还有出于愚痴的这种
So now we're going to get the
习惯
10 non-virtues,
使得众生投
okay,
身
the
于
top
恶趣
10.
并且有就是
But I think what's more
非常
interesting
然后
is
跟不
you can see the
就是
4
有口气，
flowers here. Okay, like environment. He spends a lot of time on environmental results
接下来讲的是
of our karma, and that
就是业力会导致
you can feel some Kappa drawing from here in his famous presentation in the London of
这
the
里
4
就
flowers.
是像是
I can kind of sense him
在
drawing from
光
here.
次地里面讲的这个四朵花。
Okay, so here we go. Please read. Well, who's got the plane? Udbala, you got the plane? Be tough on Tanya.
如皮雷能能滚糖拿糖拿吉皮拿皮雷能洗糖洗糖一皮雷能损的你这给给为雷皮兰主 Ho Ti Tak Ki Nang Pa Ming Pei Chi Lo Ki At Yi Ki Ngo No Ngo Ko Juk Juk War Ngirde
Gupa.
Juk
Ngirte.
Kupa Ngirde.
Nice. Okay. This is easy. I mean, this text gets pretty easy here.
这个文字这里是比较
Loki lesum.
The 3
Karma,
Three karmas you commit with your.
Action.
In English, we say action, although technically speaking is an action. But we say action, speech, and thought. Although technically thinking is an action, speaking is an action. But when you compare it to speech and thought, it's clear that it's physical, with your body, with your hands and arms, or your face. Okay.
做出来的字。
Then Nakileshi,
4 of speech.
4 of speech. And then Yikilesum.
三种声业，四种语。
Yeah, so 3 plus 4 plus 3 is 10.
这里讲的是
These are the
实业，
Lekilam, Karma Marga. Again, he doesn't really go in here to the 4 parts of a Lekilam, path of karma,
这里其实并没有讲实
like we do in DCI.
就是没有
She's Sambajora Tata. But he does use the word. And don't forget where it's explained is in the 4th chapter of the... And don't forget the Abhidharma Kosha is, depends on what school you're in. But it's the attempt of humans to organize what the Buddha said. And it wasn't successful. It wasn't that successful. It lost the meaning of emptiness. But the karma stuff is okay. Okay, so yeah, so that's the 10 non-verses. Bo meaning the 10, right? As opposed to 10th. Okay, did not. And now he talks about environmental result. And when they ripen, then outer stuff in your world, 10 different things. Gupa means gets messed up. Or it means trouble. You get trouble with 10 outer things. Okay? So he jumps right into the environmental result. Okay? Probably. Or he's going to be... Yeah, he does actually emphasize the environmental result. Okay, here's the first one. Please go. Whoa. Who's got the plane? Not pa. Pa. Yeah.
Get way lay key nang pa ning Pei, Sei, Dang, Tang, Xi, Yin, Jing, Jing, Nuk, Pa, Ngiro.
Good. Sokchapa, literally take a cut life. Like this is the chippa in Diamond Cutter Sutra. Okay. So to take, in English we say take life. That bad karma, when it ripens. This we had in the 10 karmic correlations of Nagarjuna. And the Sanskrit for that line is worth $200. No, Nagarjuna's correlation.
Seven. Or just compassion.
No, I want the Sanskrit.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Dhamma Boga.
Yeah, there you go. Come on. Yeah, you're getting close. You're going to be a rich man in about 2 hours.
Yeah, it's too early.
Dana Boga.
It's all in there somewhere.
Sukham Shilat.
Shila
Kshantya.
Kshantya.
I get the money back.
Yeah.
Kanti. Gold. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't. If I can remember. Danad, it's ablative, right? From giving. Danad Boga. Sukham Shilat. From Shila, you get Sukham. And then Kshantya, which is the ablative of an I noun. Kshantyas. From patience, you get kanti. Kanti means golden complexion.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And it's an old word for gold. And what's the next one? Tsungiji. What's it called? Dhanad Boga, Sukham Shilat, Akshantya Kanti. I can't remember the one for.
It's not karma, is it?
No.
Or, no.
Dang, that's frustrating. Huh? It means effort. Oh, Shrama duty. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, the Tibetan for Kanti is dung. And here's dung. Okay? So it means like almost a golden color. It can also mean an attractive complexion, like a shining complexion, which is what it means in Nagarjuna. Okay, here Sai Dung means the earth itself has a fertile look, like Minnesota dirt or something, like black loam. Okay, and Sijin here means almost like mystical power of the earth to grow things. So the power of the earth and its appearance. Noob means
Decrease.
degenerate. Yeah, okay. So it's a karmic result, and because Buddha is mostly talking to farmers, as was Jesus, most of Jesus's examples are for farmers. So yeah. So here it's the earth itself starts to look like Arizona dirt, and doesn't have any
Power.
I mean, even the color is not very attractive as far as the farmers is concerned. It's not this black loam, and it doesn't have the power to give good fruits. Okay.
May I lower the blind?
Say again.
May I lower the
Sure, I don't mind. It was nice to see the sky.
Yeah, it's very bright.
Okay. And now he goes from the first flower to the from the fourth flower to the first flower, I think. Lei de niki namba membe.
Ripening result.
And this particular karma, okay, deni here means this particular karma, when it ripens, se tung.
The life will be short.
Yeah, you'll have a short life.
然后这个是短，
Okay. What are the four fruits?
所以就
First one?
The ripening
Where
result.
will be born? Serenades.
Oh, similar. This corresponding result.
Short life.
Yeah.
Or people try to hurt you.
也就是有的来想，
Second one?
Habituate.
Oh, you get in the habit of killing things.
第二个果就是
Third one?
Environmental.
Fourth one?
Future life.
Yeah, next life you will be born in a country where it's unhealthy. You know,
第三个就是会
I always think of India. They got terrible environmental problems right now. Extremely dangerous pollution. The water is all messed up. Okay. Okay. Next, Miss Tangdang, Miss Udbala,
马金帕连
Par,
连巴
Majin Par.
马金帕连巴你get 为雷提南巴明培下拉塞瓦达加唐瓦郎
Palang,
巴
Palang.
郎吉帕党吉瓦党云行普雷镇普拉苏帕巴楼托拉萨瓦能南九牛
Okay, cool. You're doing well. I'm happy. All right. Majimbar Lamba means to
What's not given.
stealing, which literally to take what's not given. But if you translate that literally, you lose the meaning of it. Okay. Stealing.
Stealing, like taking pens from the offices and stealing them. That's it.
有些人说就是说偷盗就是
Yeah, that's a long story.
你想就是
That bad karma,
他说这偷
when it number member,
当成就是
when it ripens, they take this saw to distribute to everything, but at the same time, you're going to have to lotok sawa to distribute to everything.
Right.
So tell me what these two are. Sala.
The ground.
The earth.
Yeah, meaning in your land, in your place, okay, in your bigger locality, in your province.
在你在的或者是
Lotok sawa. What's lotok?
Lotok.
Crops.
Oh, bad crops that year.
Yeah, lotok means crops
收成
or the harvest.
收成就是庄稼的
Will be sawa.
Diminished. Oh, eaten?
Yeah. And then he lists things that are going to ruin. Okay.
They're gonna be eaten by.
Yeah, yeah. Now the first one is
给吃掉，
hail.
Sarah.
Yes.
Yes.
What's the famous joke between Sarah and Debung?
Oh,
Yeah,
so-
if the debate goes on long, the hail's gonna come down upon the rice and
And
crush it.
smash the pile of rice.
But then eventually it's gonna melt.
It's gonna melt anyway.
So when we debate Debung Monastery, there's 3 great monasteries in Tibet. Sarah, Ganda, and Debung. You always say Sarah first. And but the word Sarah means is here.
这里是
Sarwa, which means hail, stone. So and Debung means pile of rice, because their monastery looks like a stack of rice.
士多
So when we debate, we say the hail's going to come down on the rice pile. And then they go, yeah, but then the hail melts, doesn't it?
Rice is rich.
Why? Why are we killed?
融化的
I think it hails more there. That's my impression. Okay. Anyway, Sarwa and Chas come and eat the crops. You know, crows come and eat the crops when they're young. And balangs, cows. Yeah, and you get one cow loose in a cornfield, and in the monastery we had elephants, and you couldn't stop them, and they'll just eat the whole thing in like an hour. You know, 100 monks working for 6 weeks. And You know, they just eat it.
Yeah, like javelina and
Chiwa. Chiwa is the Tibetan word for rats that eat the grain after it's stored in the
Not
grain.
children, right?
It's not Chiba.
Children running.
They're related. I have to be careful when I make fun of kids and dogs. We got dogs and kids here. Simba means, what's the word for the little worms that go into the corn and stuff?
Weevils?
Yeah, weevils or something like that. It's little worms that get into the rice or they get into the... Okay, so the karma of losing your crops to these beings is stealing from other people. And this is almost an environmental result. Then he's going to come to a personal result. Okay, so he really only covers 2 of the 4 or something, unless you say environmental results stretch the next life, I guess. Okay, anyway, here we go.
Lấy thế ní khí nóng vọt par mi
Par.
bạc lấy long chú kyang bạc gyuro.
Nice. Lady Niki number member. Yeah, when this karma ripens,
You can have stuff.
your longcha, your wealth or your possessions or your...
It's gonna go away.
I've never seen Kyamba used this way.
Maybe these people are gonna steal your stuff.
Well, Kyamba means to wander, but it can mean aimlessly. And I checked a couple texts, and it seems to be Kyamba, and it seems to mean your fortunes are
Wax and wane.
waxing. Yeah, they just, sometimes you're doing well, sometimes you're doing bad. It just goes like this. Okay, your financial results every quarter just wander around. But you know, it's I've never seen it used this way.
In the ACI class, you translated something as your possessions are community property. Maybe it was
Yeah, that was a different thing. Yeah, but maybe it's misspelled. I don't know. I don't see anything obvious. I checked a couple texts. There are Kyambas laying around. So, okay, here we go. Number 3. Utpala.
Yam bạc mi tiệt hòa away lấy khí nóng bạc mi thị xá lá dạ
The V is silent. Yeah.
dạ dạ trích ngã bạc
Wow.
và thẳng nghe ná xéo tree ngã và đạp attack K và gyuro.
Okay, good. Logium.
sexual impurity.
Yeah. Now sometimes they say dupar lopar yamba, and it's the same thing.
Desire.
Yeah, it just means sexual. Yeah.
Was this just the yam mean sexual by itself?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it by itself, but I think it does mean something by itself. But I don't think I remember it anywhere else. Okay.
Or to have sexual intercourse.
Well, lokyam means wrong yamba. So yamba must mean something on its own, but I can't recall seeing it on its own. Anyway, it means mainly adultery, mainly, breaking your commitment to your partner. And when this bad karma ripens, the earth itself, environmental result. Sa means the salt content increases.
Oh, Salah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, you're right. He's right. I'm sorry, he's right.
There is a word for salt that's similar, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Salah.
second column though, right?
Oh,
Yeah, you're right. And it has a water also.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it does. I'm sorry. It doesn't mean salt here. Human computer is correct.
So what does it mean?
It means plants, small plants, grasses are stinky. I don't know. You ever been to places where just the ground is stinky?
oh yeah,
everything's stinky?
Gilroy.
And Noxel means the trees. So the bushes and the trees are stinky. Chingawa. This is the same verb, the same adjective we had for bad karma where your mouth smells bad. It's the same word. Stinky. Smells bad. Kewagiro, when they grow, they have a stink to them. And it's not nice. I've been in swampy places like that. Yeah. Yeah.
What was Naksa, Geshe?
Naksa means forest.
Oh, yes.
And so but it's as opposed to the tsas.
Right. The
So-
plants and the big plants.
Yeah, the small plants and the trees. Okay. The bushes and trees. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So sometimes how you translate something depends on what's parallel in the sentence. Right? Okay. Okay, keep going.
雷、忒、尼、其、南、北、宁、培、罗、雷、培、勤、那、那、
Name.
雷、雷、培、周、培、周、把、猪、把、猪、把、嘎、西、雕、雕、波。嘎为啦巴拉那雷那波茶藤一贼人让拿没到把猪把么把能能
Chau. So what's the karma of sexual misconduct, right? Then he gives the word tokpa jupa 2 times. Okay, tokpa jupa, okay? It means to state someone's realizations, but it's the Tibetan word for the story of someone's life. Okay, so tokcha is the story of a person's life, and there are books of tokchas. Sometimes it means previous life of the Buddha, but most often tokcha is the previous life of some non-Buddhas. And there's the Tokcha Shataka, 100 Tokchas is famous. Kshemendra wrote it. It's often a source. It's a source of Udayana, one of the sources.
Pre-Buddhist?
Yeah, they're tenured. They're late, but they're usually stories of saints. I like to translate stories of saints, and he mentions 2. It is Avadana, yeah, Avadana. So Lolek be Kimna Nepe Tokpa Jupa, the story of the person who stayed in the household where they had good crops. And maybe that's a personal name, I don't know. Okay. But the household of good crops, okay. Kashi is the old word for Varanasi. And I can't understand this sentence. It's a reference to some Avadana. Okay. Gyalpo-gawa, there was a king named Ananda, maybe, or Nanda. I would say to him the deity came. And then Napo Chanden is a personal name, Krishna something. His past lives. Serabngama means past lives. He described. Mapa, he spoke them. You could mention those, you know, but I don't know these stories. We have to check Lavi, we have to ask Bengami to check this part to see if there's stories. They're not in the, I couldn't find them anywhere. Okay, so sorry. It's gonna be like that because some of these stories are supposedly the Buddha speaking this. So they're pre-Buddha, you know, so, okay.
Well, how did that relate exactly to sexual?
They are stories about things that happened to them.
Because of
Normally, they're tortured during the night and they have happy daytimes
Oh, stuff.
because they messed around at night with someone else's wife, and during the day they were virtuous office people.
So those long rooms.
And there are stories like that. Yeah. Oftentimes it involves filth of some kind. Okay.
Sea monsters.
Yeah. And I don't know these stories, and we have to do the best we can to see if we can find them. Okay. And I didn't try real hard. I didn't have that much time. Okay. When I edit your text, I go and I finalize them. I mean, I go search for hours if I have to. Like your stupid quotation.
You did.
The quotation fantasy. What do you call it? When someone goes crazy with something? Not finished, but he rampage. His quotation rampage. That should be the header. Okay, number 4. Please go. Ma Wei.
Wei mi gay Wei lấy khí nắm bạc ní bạc la cả na wat thang ko ma na wat thang ka nang ba la so ba ngiro.
Okay, Jun Mao means lying. Okay. Mi Gewe Lei, that bad karma. The ripening is Ka, comma, Noah.
Mouth sickness.
You get mouth diseases, yeah, different mouth diseases. You get throat diseases, like cancer in your throat or something. And then your ka numbers. I don't know this word, but I looked it up, and it means to stink. Okay, bad smelling. And we had Qingao a couple times now already. Stinky, right? So your mouth smells bad, etc. That one's easy. Okay, nothing unexpected. Okay, now let's see the personal result.
Lấy thế ní khí nóng bạc ní thế ní đen thế lúc
Lupa.
ngược.
Good, I like your prenasal. She's trying. She's noticing prenatals. Okay.
Yay.
God bless you. Okay. Lady Ni, bad karma. Number when it ripens. This lu means to deceive.
People are gonna lie to you.
Yeah, people will deceive you with lies. Okay, they will deceive you with lies. So there's the personal result. He's mainly focusing on these 2 karmic results, personal and environmental. Not so much habit and future birth, but we can extrapolate to future births. Right? Okay. Now go.
Chama sơ wei mi gay wei lấy khí nóng bạc ní thế sa la se ma thang
Sekmadan.
Kyomo la so ba re na ni de wa na jung ngo.
Okay, good. I don't know why, but for me this word is hard to remember. I just have trouble remembering this word. But tama means divisive speech. Okay. I don't know why. Tamo means subtle, right? So I just, maybe it means finely split or something?
Isn't it like particles as well or something?
Yeah.
Like tread?
Yeah, I guess it comes from that. Anyway, if you do this bad karma, migewele, then the ripening is the ground where you live is littered with stones. I think a diamond mountain, littered with stones and gravel. Yeah, okay. It's just generally unpleasant. Let's hope. Reknami dewa, unpleasant to touch. I took the dog out yesterday, and somebody put gravel on our road, and he was stepping off the grass, and he went like this, and he didn't want to walk on the gravel, and he was looking like, is there some way to not walk on the gravel? He's like, all right. But you could see it was really cutting his, not cutting, but it was sharp on his paws.
I notice it more now too.
Yeah. Yeah, I have friends who used to walk barefoot all over that stuff. Ian used to walk barefoot everywhere. And I'm like, I can't do it. It used to drive me crazy. Yeah. Anyway, what's the karma of that, Seiji? Oh, he's not here. This is straight from his text, or related to his text.
跟道德相关的。
雷
雷提尼奇囊巴明提有可耶rum
Rumwar. Nice prenasal.
People will turn against
I'm gonna call you prenasal.
Friends will.
You'll be separated
Say, hey, don't call it tongue tongue. Hey, prenasal. Lei Deni ki nama member. What's the ripening of this karma? Yokor.
They're going to be
disciples and
yeah.
Yeah, these are the people who serve you. It could be your gardener, your cook, gas station attendants. Okay. Yeruma means what?
It'll make sense for them to be separated.
Yeah, or there's a lot of disharmony, Yeah, but mainly you would lose them. You can't keep an employee. They keep quitting, okay? So, okay. In our society, I think it would be you lose employees easily.
You have a high turnover.
High turnover, yeah. Yeah, many of your employees leave all the time. Yeah, you have trouble keeping them. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Zupo.
离给回雷提南巴明黑萨拉图糖
Words do, because there's a prefix.
杜糖牛泥
Neil.
牛泥
Yell new.
提轮糖当行查成不拉索巴
Mbapa. So the prenasal on a B is an M. Mbap. So prenasal comes from the same part of your mouth. So P comes from the lips. So mbap. Then ngo. Okay. Siktup.
harsh speech.
Hard speech. Calling someone you asshole or you idiot or something like that. Siktup. Harsh. What's the opposite of soup?
Jampo?
Jam. Yeah. Sanskrit.
Manju?
Manju. Like Manjushri. So this is the opposite. Soup. And it can also refer to things like cactus or thorns or like that. Okay. Yeah, when that ripens, you get. This means in your country or your county or your state. Okay, in your locality, you get lots of dust like Arizona. Okay. You get nyelki lung dung. This dung means to rise up.
Big wings.
And there's a word for anger, like SDANG, which means you get your anger up. Okay. So lung dung means storm, dust storm. And this is a crap storm. Junk in the wind. Okay, winds carry dust and other, Okay. And great rains, big rains, monsoon. What do you call it?
Monsoon.
Typhoon. Bub means falls down. Okay. Bub means that rain falls. Heavy rain falls. Crazy rain falls. Okay. From harsh words. Mostly weather stuff, huh?
Inundation.
Okay. Go ahead.
雷提尼奇囊巴明培伊图尼蒙尼红为扎头板糖
特本堂
伊图尼红为娃童
Nice. Miss Pineza. Lady Nikki Namamimbe, when this karma ripens, you hear Eid Miyawida.
Unpleasant sound.
In your future, you'll hear
Unpleasant sound.
Yeah, I have this. No, this Miyong means,
Unpleasant.
Yidu Miyong means,
to your mind will not come.
it means to your mind will not come, and it's an idiom for beautiful.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Like,
Yidu Onwa.
like in the fruit, it's something that cause effect.
Idiom, yeah, Yidu Miyong. It means unpleasant. They don't. I have this weird karma. It's almost any hotel I stay in, they start drilling something in the cement, and it happens over and over and over. It happens for years. I'll take a nap and they'll decide to drill something, and I'll call the front desk. They'll say, "Well, we're doing repairs," and it's weird.
What is the cause?
Harsh speech. Calling Stanley a dumbhead. I think I'd rather keep going and just take. I'll take the joke. But it could be someone saying on, it could be speech, or it could be, like a drill or something. And or you see unpleasant things. Unpleasant things to look at. Like the whole staff of the whole hotel dressed up like boatmen in Venice?
You're talking about the Venice Spray Tour?
Yeah, everybody in the whole staff is dressed up like Venice boat people. And it's just irritating.
Do you find it irritating because of your harsh speech?
Yeah. And now I'm harsh speeching about that. That's samsara.
That's awesome.
Okay, go. This you have to say gyao. Gyao. Yeah. Say gyao. Who's got the? You got the plane. Nice. Okay. Say gyao.
Idle speech?
Yeah, just useless talk. Let me tell you what Trump did yesterday. It's just a waste of time. Let me tell you about sports or stuff like that. Let me tell you about what this movie actor did with his wife. And, okay, just waste people's time. Sikyao. When that bad karma ripens, this is interesting. The place where you live has a lot of, like Diamond Mountain. There's no flat land. It's just always like this. Okay. Tall man means higher, lower. Menjong is usually a good thing. That's where peacocks live. It's little. What do you call those?
Valleys?
Little grow. In a mountain, there's a little pocket of trees, hollow. It's a hollow with beautiful trees. Men means oshada in Sanskrit, medicinal trees. Like you make medicines from their leaves. So usually menjong is a sweet thing, but here it means the shape of those hollows. It's impossible to farm there. The earth itself isn't level. Everything's like this. And the ngamdrok is small, its gully is like washes in Diamond.
All of the ones for speech. It's like Diamond Mountain is where you go if you have problems with speech.
And Yangsa means like these big canyons, like Oak Creek Canyon or something. Yang is often used to describe the extreme views. To fall off the cliff. To go too far, it exists or it doesn't exist. Okay. Extreme views are often called yangsas. Okay. so it can mean cliffs also.
所以这里指的是那种山。
Yeah.
And I like to tell the story of there's a Dharma center
我喜欢讲一个故事。
in California, and I used to teach there.
有一个
And they had trouble with
那有个问题，
the road,
地
and it was terrible. Like sometimes you couldn't get out.
麻烦，就有时候是就
And then they asked me what's the karma, and I showed them these sentences.
就是
This was like 30 years ago, 25 years ago. Were you there?
多25年
Yeah, and they asked me what to do, and I said, well, it's supposed to be
我说那应该
you are wasting speech, or you're making bad speech somehow.
就是
So they were very strange. They all, as a group, they had a meeting, and they said, let's watch our speech for 6 months or something.
他们整个团队就
So they watched their speech very carefully for 6 months. Then the county offered to build a road, a paved road, which is millions of dollars to their,
镇的一个关系，
and they're the only people on the end of the road, and they were like, "Hey, it worked," you know.
就说
No, it's in California. Yeah.
帮助
Was that LMB?
No.
Vajrapani.
They've got a nice road.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, here we go.
雷提尼奇囊把明提吉米宗瓦
Bar,
就罗
right. The karma, the ripening.
正面历程。
Now you know Tsun from Jetsun.
Right.
Lord.
Lordy Lord?
Lord and holy. Yeah, holy.
Yeah.
But when it refers to speech, it means people listen to what you say. Respect. It means they respect what you say. So here, sikmitsun.
所以这里
They don't listen to your
Yeah, they don't respect what you say. You say, I have an idea, and they're like, we don't want to hear it.
While you try to roll.
You know? Yeah, they just, whatever you suggest, they're like, that sucks. Yeah. You can fix it, right? If you want to. Or maybe you like it.
We're at time.
Keep going.
We're at time.
We're at time.
For a time. Good.
We are?
Yeah, yeah, time's up.
Okay, thank you. Let's thank Mr. Wu. Yay. Good luck on children's program.
这就祝老师上面中国的项目成
Yeah,
功，
don't get too many headaches.
不要太头疼。
And how's your new menu?
Thank you for everyone.
Okay, thank you. Start here 125.19, right?
哦，一起减肥啊！
He said
Yeah, thanks,
Sachi.
Tang Tang.
好 he says that we should keep lose weight altogether.
He has to lead us.
Yeah.
三七
Buki Joshime Tojam Vira Lingshin Yende Gambani Sangye Shindu Mikde Uargi Jokun Namda Shingla Chuparsho Idam Guru Radha Mandala Kanya Yatayami
给我
Di Kewo Kun Sunam Yeshe Tsok Tsok Shing Sunam Yeshe Le Chuwe Tamba Kuni Topasho Shmogi Dogi.
Now he's
Thank
the lightest
you.
guy in the room.